What's happening, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today, I get to talk about the collected editions in the DC solicitations for April of 2023. So let's go ahead and get started. And welcome back, everybody. Before getting started, I always like to remind people that sometimes the dates that I have here are subject to change. But being in these solicits is one step closer to the retail stores being able to order these books and one step closer getting to you. We see the catalog field first, and that's the order of things, and then the solicits. So I'll be honest, this is the most DC books I've seen in a long time. It's been quite a number, at least a year and a half. I was going to say quite a number of months, but it's been about a year and a half since I've seen about 30 plus books in the solicitations. So as always, I have high hopes for DC bringing back the collected editions. So yes, let's go ahead and start talking about them. There are some reprints of some books that people have been asking about. So that's some good news. All right, let's go ahead and start. But before I do, you all know what to do. Please smash that like button. It's a very small thing you all can do, but it goes a long way for the channel. Helps promote the channel and make sure other people watch it, as right now YouTube seems to be promoting those shorts. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Kicking it off with Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is a hardcover. It is a standard size hardcover for $39.99. It has 304 pages. Joshua Williamson, Daniel Sampere are the main creators behind this. As a matter of fact, that is a Daniel Sampere cover right there with Alejandro Sanchez. So this collects Justice League 75 and Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths 0 through 7. So yet again, we have another crisis. What this means for the future of DC, well, I don't know. I haven't read them yet, so I don't know what it means for the future of DC. Looks like some titles are still going with their creator-centric storylines. So I know Tom Taylor's continue on Nightwing, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about The Flash, so I need to jump back on there. Was hoping for more hardcovers, but hey, what are you going to do? Tales from the Dark I almost said Tales from the Dark Side because I love that TV show and the movie. Tales from Dark Crisis. So collecting the Deadly Green 1, Dark Army 1, Warzone 1, The Big Bang 1, and Road to Dark Crisis. This one is 240 pages, $29.99, and it is a hardcover. As a matter of fact, all of these Dark Crisis books I'm going to be talking about are hardcovers. Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League. This has a series of creators like Tom King, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Tini Howard, Stephanie Phillips, Cy Spurrier, and Chris Burnham, Leila De Luca, Clayton Henry, Ryan Sook, and Dan Jurgens as some of the artists. So this collects a series of one-shots that you'll be seeing here, and it is the Worlds Without a Justice League. What kind of crisis are they having now? I'm curious. I haven't read Dark Crisis at all. I don't even know the concept of it. So I'm excited to, of course, read it. And then Dark Crisis Young Justice. Love that title. So this is Dark Crisis Young Justice 1 through 6. This one's 152 pages, $24.99. And Megan Fitzmartin is the writer. Laura Braga is the artist. And the cover's by Max Dunbar. Now, I announced the box set of this that was empty, that I said you could start filling in with your own collections. But here we have Batman One Day, or One Bad Day Two-Face. So this one's by Mariko Tamaki. Javier Fernandez is the artist on this. This is a hardcover for 88 pages and $17.99. And it is a standard size hardcover for the people that are asking me. Was One Bad Day a OHC? An oversized hardcover, was it standard size? Standard size. And if you don't know the definition, if you're new to the channel, just means it's the size of a trade paperback. The trim size of a single issue, if you will. And I've actually talked about the different sizes of collected editions on the channel if you want to go back to that video. Batman One Day Penguin. This one's written by John Ridley. Giuseppe Camoncoli is the artist, with Cam Smith doing some of the inks. 88 pages, $17.99. And again, a hardcover. Another hardcover, but not in the One Bad Day box set, or title, rather. Poison Ivy, Volume 1, The Virtuous Cycle. G. Willow Wilson is the writer on this. I was just talking about how much I miss her on Miss Marvel. Marcio Takara and Jessica Fong Jessica Fong is the cover artist, but Marcio Takara is the ongoing artist. This collects issues 1 through 6, and my buddy Bar tells me that she loves this series, and I have not read it yet, so don't know what to expect, but I have read this. Nightwing Volume 1, Leaping into the Light, is finally coming out in trade paperback format. Same cover, $16.99, 160 pages. And we're also getting Nightwing Volume 3, but if you're keeping tabs, it's actually Nightwing Volume 4, because we had Fear State before Volume 2. Now Nightwing Volume 3, Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart. So this collects Nightwing 92 to 96, Bruno Redondo on the cover, and interior art, 136 pages, $24.99. Black Adam, Volume 1. Now this is a soft cover. This is by Christopher Priest. Rafael Sandoval is the artist with Eddie Barros. Collecting the first 6 issues, 168 pages, and $19.99. Now, I don't know much about this, but it looks like it's in DC continuity, so that's a plus. It's not one of the Black Label lines or anything. So this is Theogony, I assume that's how you pronounce it. The new champion of SHAZAM, Josie Campbell, and you have Evan Dockshainer doing the cover and interior artwork. This collects the new champion of SHAZAM 1 through 4 and a story from Lazarus Planet, We Once Were Gods. $19.99. This one is a hardcover, standard size hardcover at that. But I assume this is the new series that features Mary Marvel. I know we don't call him Captain Marvel. I can't even remember if we still call him Captain Marvel within the book, or if he's going by something else. So is she still Mary Marvel? So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a good question that I don't have an answer to. Finally, a book that I've been asked if it was getting reprinted, and it looks like it is. This is Absolute Preacher, Volume 1, the 2023 edition. And this one here is $150, 736 pages, collecting the first 26 issues of Absolute Preacher. That is the way that I own them. I love Steve Dillon's artwork in here. All the covers by Glenn Fabry are collected in there. And it looks like that is the same cover that they used for the first printing. That one's coming out on August 8th. You know, Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. I love this series, and it's my favorite Garth Ennis series, and it's one of my top 10 favorite Vertigo stories. As well as this one, Absolute Sandman Overture, the 2023 edition is coming out. Now, something you noticed probably when I was looking at Absolute Preacher is the label DC Black Label. So that's going to be on the Sandman Overture. Neil Gaiman, J.H. Williams III, just blowing it out of the water. It is amazing the kind of art style that he can just mimic. This definitely deserves the oversized treatment. If you don't like these big books, check out his artwork in the Luxe edition. It's beautiful. Now, this one I think was $125 when it originally came out. It is $150, and so is Preacher. But I think those are the new price points for the Absolute reprints. But both of those are labeled 2023 edition. All right, moving on to SHAZAM and the 7 Magic Lands. This is a softcover edition. We've had it released in hardcover. This is Jeff Johns, Del Eaglesham, Scott Collins, just some of the creators that worked on this book, and collecting SHAZAM 1 through 11 and 13 through 14. This is what a lot of the first movie was based on. So if you like that first movie, definitely check that out. History of the DC Universe is coming back out to print. And this time around, it's going to be in a hardcover format. Now, looking at this, it is a standard size hardcover. I got excited because I thought it was going to be a deluxe edition. But I mean, we are talking about Mark Wolfman, George Paytas. This is the stories that they wrote after Crisis on Infinite Earths, when they rebooted the universe and they said, here's your quick history on each character. So they gave you a page per character. It's wonderful. You have the cover by Alex Ross, which is the cover that they released before in standard edition. I want to say that this had a standard size hardcover release before. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it is 128 pages, $24.99. This is the one that confused a lot of people, including me, but at least it's in the solicits, and that is The Power of SHAZAM, Book 2, The Worm Turns. So, collecting SHAZAM 13 through 23. This is the 90s Jerry Ordway series. Superman, the Man of Tomorrow, number 4. Showcase 96, number 7. Power SHAZAM Annual 1. Superboy plus 1 and Supergirl plus 1. It states that this is a softcover. And when it was solicited before in 2021, I believe, it was a hardcover. $39.99, 424 pages. At this point, I'm just glad they're doing it. And sure, I'll take it. I'll take a softcover as long as it's coming out. I just want to have the stories in collected edition. So I'm still excited for it. I guess we'll see when it actually comes out, because they have made mistakes before stating something is a softcover and it comes out as hardcover, and vice versa, stating something that is a hardcover and comes out as a softcover. So we will see when that week of the book is out. Wonder Woman Historia, The Amazons. Now, this is the Kelly Sue the comic book with artwork by Phil Jimenez, Gene Ha, and Nicola Scott. My gosh, that talent pool of artists. Woo! Now, this is a deluxe edition. And there are 2 covers. There's a direct market cover and a standard edition cover. So they're starting to do that with Omnis, I noticed, especially like Flash Volume 1 and then the Dark Knight's Metal had a direct market and standard edition cover. But I really like that standard edition cover by Phil Jimenez. I think that one is gorgeous. And there's nothing wrong with the direct market cover, but that standard edition cover is just gorgeous. And we're also getting Batman Beyond the White Knight. Now, this is the 3rd book in what he said was a trilogy of Batman White Knight stories. This is Sean Murphy writing and drawing, collecting all 8 issues of Beyond the White Knight and The White Knight Presents the Red Hood 2-issue miniseries. This one here is a standard edition cover, but hardcover, and it has 256 pages, $29.99. But that's the way they've released them. They've released them in standard size hardcover, and then they got trade paperbacks, and then we got a deluxe edition. So I assume the deluxe edition, it's weird to say this, it will probably be out in 2024, late 2024, but that's just the way that they've done them. And if you're wondering if there's going to be an omnibus or an absolute, I would say so. I hope the omnibus collects that Harley Quinn story that he didn't... Actually, no, he didn't even write, I don't think. But I hope it collects that if there is an omnibus. But that I don't see happening until after the deluxe edition of the hardcover. So I guess we'll see. DC Pride, New Generation. It's a continuation. I think they publish these every year. You have stories in here. Kevin Conroy, the late Kevin Conroy. Alyssa Wong, Travis G. Moore, Devin Grayson, and then artwork in here by Evan Cagle and Zoe Thorogood, who kills it. I love her art style. I just read Rain, and it was published by Image Comics. It was beautifully drawn. And Nick Robles, to name a few of the creators. This one is 192 pages, $19.99. This makes me happy. This is a fat book. And that is Gotham Academy. It looks like all 18 issues in Gotham Academy Annual number 1 are collected in this. It's a softcover, 472 pages, $39.99. If you've not read it, oh, this one has a lot of heart. Set in the world of Gotham, of course, but it's more about the kids. This was coming out, I remember, around the same time that I was really digging Avengers Academy and Avengers Initiative. Becky Cloonan, Brendan Fletcher, Carl Kershaw are some of the creators behind this. So, again, it's a softcover. It's a fatty. I believe there was a season 2, and I'm assuming they might collect that, depending on the sales of this one, in another trade paperback. Teen Titans Go! Box Set Volume 1, TV or not TV. Not the Teen Titans box set I was hoping for, but hey, it's a start. I'll take it. So this is the Teen Titans Go, based on the Teen Titans TV show. The first 3 volumes are collected in here. They're all soft covered, 384 pages, all 3 of them together, and $29.99. But we're not done with box sets, because we're also getting, interesting enough, a Superman 78, Batman 89 box set. collecting Superman 78 and Batman 89, the hardcovers that came out in 2022. Yes, they both came out in 2022. Now, that one retails for $49.99, 304 pages, so I don't think there's anything extra, really. It's just, these are stories based or set in the world of the movies. And that's Superman 78 was so good. Batman 89, I wish could have been better, but some people dug it. And we're getting Clark and Lex. It's an original graphic novel, and it looks to be digest size just based on the dimensions of this. Brendan Rakes is the writer, and Jerry Gaylord is the artist. $12.99, 160 pages, coming out on July 4th. Batman Fortress, collecting the 8-issue series. Derek Robertson is the artist on this and doing the cover. This one is $29.99, 208 pages, and it is a hardcover. Gary Whitta is the writer. I have not read this, but I love Derek Robertson. Batman Urban Legends, Volume 5. So you have a lot of stories in here. This is an anthology series. I don't even have the content because that's just what DC gave us. But it is a softcover, 208 pages, $29.99. And you have in here Brandon Thomas, Chris Burnham, Joey Esposito with artwork by Alberto Albuquerque Jimenez and Hayden Sherman and Vasco Georgiev. So I'm not sure what is collected in this one. Static Season 1 is getting a softcover edition, 200 pages, $19.99, collecting the first 6 issues, and Milestone returns, Infinite Edition number 0. Holy moly, we're actually getting a Steel collection in hard. I don't think we've had a Steel collection ever, but it's one of those celebration things. So it's a Steel, a celebration of 30 years. But you have stories in here from Louise Simonson, Christopher Priest, Grant Morrison, John Bogdanove, Dennis Cohen, Ed Benes, just to name a few. The cover there is by Alex Gardner. It is a hardcover, and it is a standard edition hardcover, $39.99, 328 pages. So I'm just happy we actually have a Steel collection. People ask me whenever I was doing a Superman reading order, why didn't I include Steel's trades in there? Because there weren't any, I'm sorry. I wish there were. I mean, that would have been cool, but no, we never had them. So it does collect a lot of Man of Steel stories in there, some JLA, Justice League Unlimited. We actually have the first issue of Steel collected in there. So very happy about this one. And hopefully they'll see people are interested in these characters and give us proper... At this point, I'll take trade paperback. Give me those fatties like the Gotham Academy books. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Volume 3, Battle for Gamora. Interesting name. Standard edition hardcover, 136 pages, $24.99. Tom Taylor, Nicole Maines are the writers on this. I didn't know this is where Clayton Henry was hanging out, drawing those books. Collecting Superman, Son of Kal-El, 11 through 15. Teen Titans Academy Volume 2, Exit Wounds. This is the softcover edition. I believe there was a hardcover already released, $19.99, 240 pages, and collecting, I believe, the remainder of Teen Titans, and this is Teen Titans Academy, forgive me, 6 through 15, written by Tim Sheridan. Rafael Sandoval doing the artwork, Tom Derenick, Mike Norton are some of the artists in here. Finally, back into the solicits, because it was showed back up in the catalog after cancellation. Tom Strong, can't even talk pretty one day. Tom Strong, Compendium. So it is back. It is the Alan Moore story. Leah Moore, Ed Brubaker does one of the stories in here. Chris Sprouse, of course, being the main artist on this. Al Gordon and Carl Story. You got a cover by Alex Ross, 952 pages. This is a biggie. $59.99 because it is a compendium, so it is a soft cover and a standard size soft cover. Collecting Tom Strong 1 through 36. I'm just glad that it's back. I know, most of us wanted a hardcover deluxe edition or an omnibus of this, but at least it's back in some kind of format. Kind of like the way that I feel about Sandman Mystery Theater. There are so many people that have not read these amazing stories that finally get to read them for the first time, even though it's not the format that we wanted them in, but hey, it's a start. And Absolute V for Vendetta coming back. I did not see that one coming. What the hell? Of all the books to be reprinted, I really thought they were going to do more Transmetropolitan first. But Absolute V for Vendetta, I'll take it. Yeah. Alan Moore, David Lloyd. This one's $125, 384 pages, and it is a hardcover. This is what the movie's based on, and it collects all 10 issues of that series in here. There's a lot of never before reprinted bridging pages, and they're all newly recolored though. So it's a little bit different than like the old trade paperbacks these were released in. Now, if you're interested in purchasing these books when they're available for pre-order, check out our sponsors.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was it. That was the solicits for April from DC Comics as far as the collected editions. They'll have single issues too. Let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited to read, what you've already read that you can't wait to own in collected edition. If you have any questions, leave them down below, comments down below. Check out our Patreon, and thank you so much to our existing patrons. Could not be making videos like this possible without you all. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Smash that like button. I have to add that. Much love.